So I wonder if, would you ever meet, say, Tony Blair? I always got the impression when I saw you interview him that you had a sort of respect for him as a person, because he was always prepped, he was very competent in terms of the job, and he knew what you wanted, and he always answered questions properly, even if he didn't know the answer. But I sometimes would feel, I bet you guys would get on. And did you ever feel, oh, I've got to do this thing now, I've got to grill you, and I'd quite like to just chat with you?
Did I get on with him? I think he was all right. I quite liked him, actually. I think he was a proper Prime Minister. And I tell you what was really good about him. One time we had to do 3 interviews back to back, and it was on a Thursday, and it was at the time still when there was Prime Minister's Questions on a Tuesday and Thursday. And he also was having lunch with the Czech Prime Minister and having breakfast with the Canadian Foreign Minister. And we got into the first interview at 10:30 or something. And I gave him a bit of a hard time about Afghanistan. And he said, well, I can tell you that we have cut the heroin supply from Afghanistan by 3/4. And at that point, Alistair Campbell, who was sitting on the floor in the corner of the room, coughed and shuffled. And I said, Alistair, you can't do this. You can't go around interrupting interviews. And he said, no, it's just that the Prime Minister's misremembered. It's 2/3. And Blair said, it said 3/4 in the brief. And Blair was right. I thought he was really, the command of detail he had was very, very impressive.
Yeah.
As well as the willingness to adapt to all sorts of different social and political situations. So I think he was quite impressive, really.